Stop it. He's a dead 22-year-old kid. Stop. We have a dead police officer. Wait a minute. We have a dead police officer who has a 5-month-old kid. It's not using. It's about whether this government is going to protect her.
It is grotesquely unfair to use these anecdotes to make a political argument. You started by saying we have agreement about the wall, the barrier, the fence, whatever you call it. I think that this is now a political discussion. This is what the president has earned by his election and his perseverance. He has earned the wall, the barrier, the fence, whatever you call it.
All right, Dan Bongino, how many people have to die?
Democrats have earned.
How many people?
Let me finish one sentence.
How many people have to die?
Earned amnesty for the Dreamers, who are longtime residents
talk about Dreamers.
of the United States.
Talk about DACA, but show up and don't insult the vice president.
The vast majority of the undocumented here.
I said 98% are good people.
You're not letting me make a point. I'm saying this is a political argument now, not an emotional argument.
No, it's about saving lives. That's not political. That's life and death. That's what the emergency is about. Dan Bongino.
This is fascinating, though. Geraldo, you're making a political point, too. I mean, you're sitting here talking about all of the positive components of immigration, and when Sean brings up one of the unbelievably, not even negative, but tragic, horrific components of illegal immigration, the death of American citizens through crime by people who had no right to be here at all of a sudden it's a political point.
As well as I know that these people commit fewer crimes than citizens commit. You know that they make neighborhoods safer, not more dangerous, according to the statistics.
They should not be here.
Let's compromise.
Let me give you the statistics. 100% of the people shouldn't be here.
Tell
Nancy and Chuck.
Why don't you tell the story of the undocumented who brought their kid to school? Why don't you tell the story of the hard-working people, the farm people, the kitchen people, the babysitters, the lawn mowers, the meat packers, the poultry processors? You tell a slanted story to make an emotional impact.
Shouldn't be here. 100% shouldn't be here. If one of them goes on to kill someone, the parents aren't interested in your college-level statistics course. They're interested in the fact that the person shouldn't be here. What are you not getting?
If you try to paint me into an elitist corner, you defy
I've become friends with, not only did I interview these, I can't imagine what this family's going through. I can't imagine life without his father for his entire life. Officer Singh's father. But I also know Mr. Ronnebeck, and I know Miss Mendoza, and I know Mrs. Wilkerson, and I've done town halls with angel moms and dads. This keeps happening, and I'm not even mentioning the 90% of heroin coming into the country.
Don't you feel the same empathy for all families of violent crime? Don't you feel the same pain, the same
98% want a better life.
Of the victims of the 50,000 murders in this country? I feel equally upset.
If we can stop it, why don't we stop it?
Peaceful, prosperous
Why don't we stop it? Tell your friend Nancy and Chucky to get their ass out of bed and show up.
I have Dan's my brother. You are my brother. I want it to stop. I want to compromise. I want the government to open. I want the president gets his barrier, his fence, his wall. The Dreamers get their freedom. We stop talking about illegal immigrants
if they don't show up.
Monsters.
How do you get it if they want to offer $1?
Well, you get it by, rather than talking about these heart-wrenching cases, you get it by
don't talk about the truth. Don't discuss the reality, the hell they're living through.
Is that the reality? What about all the ones that went to work today, all the undocumented that went to work today?
I'm conceding 98% are good people, but they're not doing it legally.
98%.
Dan.
Geraldo, what about people who are documented, like my wife and my mother-in-law who followed the rule? Why are you so concerned about people who broke the law, other than people, the millions who've come here legally, and the American citizens who finance this country?
The vast majority, as you know,
I didn't interrupt you.
The vast majority.
You went on, and I did not interrupt you, and you jumped right in. Let me ask you this one question: is there some global right to citizenship in the United States. Is there any limiting factor you're willing to support here?
In the
People come
United
here
States,
legally all
there's
the
a
time.
right to
What about
humane,
them?
compassionate
Geraldo gets the last
treatment.
word.
And if you ask for amnesty or refugee status, asylum, you get a hearing. That's the Constitution. We can't circumvent the Constitution. We can't.